Are white evangelicals ready to dump Donald Trump? Maybe. According to a report in Politico, evangelical Christians are growing increasingly frustrated by President Trump. Really? And they might even turn away from him from the 2020 election. But wait, there's a little twist in here. Uh, you'll never believe the reason that they're getting angry at President Trump. Apparently, they're getting mad because he's using more profanity than he did last time. And that has some Christians very upset. Now, of note, there's a West Virginia lawmaker who called out the president after he told a recent rally crowd that, quote, they'll be hit so goddamn hard while boasting about bombing Islamic State militants. Now, wait, what was the profanity in that? Well, according to Paul Hardesty, uh, he was mad about using Donald Trump using the Lord's name in vain. And he had received a lot of phone calls, not Trump, but Hardesty, from angry constituents. Now, he said, quote, the third phone call is when I actually went and watched the speech because each of them sounded distraught for using the word goddamn. Wow. Hey, look, that's your line? That's not the bigotry and the racism. Oh, no, that's fine. But how dare you drop the D word? I mean, apparently around some white evangelicals, that's beyond the pale. Now, the issue apparently has hit a nerve among those who have become some of the president's most reliable supporters, white evangelicals, Political reports. The group was key to Trump's 2016 win, helping bolster his standing in critical swing states. And Trump needs to maintain his support if he wants to win a second term. Now, Hardesty told Politico, quote, I've had people come to me and say, I voted for Trump, but if he doesn't tone down the rhetoric, I might just stay home this time. Ah, well, that's interesting. Now, despite this, you've got people like Jerry Falwell Jr., right? Jerry Falwell Jr. says, don't worry about it. Oh, no, it's fine. In fact, quote, we all wish he would be a little more careful with his language. But it's not anything that's a deal breaker. And it's not something we're going to get morally indignant about. I mean, look, I guess if you want to get morally indignant over the use of the word damn, uh, what else? I mean, that's just a minor thing compared to some of the other stuff he's done. Again, he's been accused of sexual assault, having multiple extramarital affairs, groping women without their permission, et cetera, on and on, lying over 12,000 times. So why would a little thing like that suddenly matter? So to me, that seems super, super odd that this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know, man. Still, Political reports that for evangelicals, Trump's indelicate language has frustrated religious fans who have otherwise been true blue supporters of his agenda. They agree with the social policies, praise his appointment of conservative judges, and extol the commitment to Israel, often tolerating Trump's character flaws for the continued advancement of all three. But, as Hardesty put it, when it comes to using the Lord's name in vain, the president's evangelical base might be far less forgiving. Strange times, man. This is super weird. Look, I guess the reason that this is important is that, as it was mentioned, evangelicals carried Trump to victory in 2016. He needs them. And he had over 93% support from white evangelicals in the last election. But here's the thing, right? Yeah, I know they're all sound and fury, like when it comes to, oh, how dare you use those words? You need to tone things down. But when it comes down to it, come election day, they're still going to vote for Donald Trump. He's going to get the majority of white evangelicals. He's going to get at least over 75%, if not 80, 90%. Maybe there's a few people that are turned off by him and might want to stay home, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make a huge difference. Why? It's because, again, they look at the stuff that he does. They look at Kavanaugh. They look at the stuff he tries to do. Moving the Capitol, or not Capitol, but moving the embassy to Jerusalem. That's something that appeals to evangelicals who believe in this end times fantasy, right? Of, the capital's got to be Jerusalem, all that stuff. They look at the stuff that he's done and they think, who cares? We're never going to find anyone else who's going to enact our dominionist agenda. I don't like what he says, but I sure love what he does. And so I think in the end of the day, they will tolerate a lot more of it in the end, even if they're griping about it, if they get what they want in the end, which of course is Christian Sharia law or Christian rule over the United States. And of course, ushering the end times. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.